Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Welcome to VR Citizen. Okay. Well, we had a complaint logged to Steam VR about my mouse not working across the virtual desktop mode with multiple monitors after a recent update. And sure enough, they found they were able to reproduce the issue. So they sent out a patch in the Steam VR beta and asked me to see if it works. It's good to know that they're developing specifically for me. I feel special, so let's see if this works. Monitor 2, oh thank God it does work. I can use my mouse again. Let me see if we could actually see what changed here. Fix render scale. Fixed mouse override not working when laser mousing in desktop view. Fixed override, mouse override positioning in desktop view. Oh, now isn't that special? Man, awesome. I'm really, really happy about that. So they fixed it just for me. Good to know. Well, I'm sure other people were having issues with it that had my same setup, but good to know that my uniqueness is still causing issues across the board. Okay, having said that, welcome to VR Citizen, yet another day. IAE 2950 VR tours of the Expo. So, let's start up Vorpex here. And then let's launch. All right, welcome back. I guess let's just hit the ground running. We'll just use best location here and then get straight into it. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on music. Dang it. Okay, so first step is going to be getting out of bed. Alright, so now I put in my VR view and I'm going to stand right here. Okay, so looking out there. Actually, I kind of need a static view, don't I? Let me just find a chair to sit in. And I'm going to readjust my screen on OBS. And then we are going to basically kind of zoom it in and show off the exact basically I'm trying to mirror exactly what I'm seeing, and well, that guy disappeared.
Hello there.
Oh, there he is. Go on. Off you go. Alright, so let me sit down and straighten up my view and see what we can see here. Okay. So if I put the very middle, let's say right on the middle of that door, I could barely see past that guy's shoulder and to the edge of that door over there. So let me just zoom in my screen here. Okay, so again, this is all kind of an approximation for you guys of exactly what I'm seeing in the headset. Alright, one sec, hang on, I gotta copy this, paste the reference.
Hello there.
Drag it to the bottom. Okay, lock that one. I have this one. Okay, so this one, I'm just gonna literally chop it. Okay, I think that's pretty close. Alright, so obviously it's a little zoomed in, but this is more akin to exactly what I'm seeing in inside of my headset. So we're going to see how this footage looks after, and if it's any good, we'll upload it to YouTube, and we might actually just do both, one with the VR view and the other one with just regular desktop view. So thank you guys for watching, and let's see how this works. Okay, and again, just making sure, and yeah, I could actually kind of see below the couch and above that. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay then, welcome to actual, let's see here, what should we call this? Alright then, now that we're all up and running and zoomed in, welcome to VR Citizen with a little bit of a zoom to show you guys exactly what I see. When you have the big gigantic peripheral edges, you're not really looking exactly what my eye is looking at. You're just looking at the giant picture. I'm looking at the very center of it at all times, and this is a much more appropriate type of view that's coming from my eye, so to speak. So we're going to see how this looks. Oop, excuse me. And we're going to do the tour this way. And I just missed the tram. Son of a bitch. But yeah, we'll see how the movement responds and if it's fluid or not. It might be a little choppy with it this zoomed in, but hopefully I think things will be okay. But see, now that you're with me in VR, you can kind of watch me actually check out this guy's head and notice that the little earpiece for his glasses is actually what's holding it in and probably has earbuds on it, as well as his mirrored Chex Flex armor. Little cube plate design.
Careful, doors are now closing.
All right. So yeah, there goes the hotel. And a quick skip, hop, and a jump, and we're right at the expo. I love it. Wonder how fast the tram is moving. But yeah, so as you can see with VR view, I'm kind of limited to just my naked HUD. I can't really see the health monitor. I can't see the ML counter. I don't have chat. I don't have none of that stuff. Crime stat is always a mystery to me. Now, I have a feature. There's a little camera right there. I have a little feature that I can access in VorpX with the middle mouse button, which is programmed to my grip, which shrinks it down to where I can see the edges of my screen and allow me to access menus and stuff like that. But I don't have a Stream Deck, so I can't get that at the hit of a button as far as swapping stream or scenes to allow for you guys to get that same thing. I tried to run the Steam Mirror before, but it just lags behind the actual game, and there's just not enough frames to go around, and it's just all choppy looking. So we'll see how this ends up looking. But yeah, IAE 2950. Is that a double-sided banner? I guess it is, but the text is reversed on the other side, so it's actually readable. Nice. Hey, Caden X, VR, holy cow, yes sir! The VR guy for Star Citizen. I help people get it set up and running on their own. But yeah, you just gotta buy a third-party program called VorpX that I've been using for a while now. Oh baby, Drake Hall. And I got it for like 20 or 30 bucks or so. I think it's $39.99 now, but what it does is it turns your 2D, 3D apps and .exes, and it hooks into them, and it streams them stereoscopic to each eye in your headset, and then booyakasha. Yeah, last time I tried VR, got some heavy motion sickness due to the unstable FPS and horrible performance. Ah, yes. That's why I got a beefy computer, and that's why I have two computers. One computer does all the streaming and video recording and stuff like that. The other computer is just built to purely run the game in VR. That way it's not lagging behind. Oh, great. And yet it's lagging now because of the servers. Okay, I've had this happen before. What we're going to do... This happened to be on like the second day. If I just get to the elevator panel, use it, get to the other room, and then come back to this room, it'll all load properly. When this happens, you just close your eyes. No, no, no. I have an iron stomach. I've been playing in VR for like since back in the DK2 test kit days. There was sub 1080p per eye, like 60 FPS max. This is a little bit difficult to deal with just because of the low frames and the control issues. But as far as my motion sickness, nah, I'm the type of guy. I'm the type of guy who likes to go to Six Flags instead of Disneyland because I believe 16 to 20 roller coasters per park is the appropriate number, ratio-wise, than, you know, let's say 2 roller coasters per park. I want the G-forces. That's why I built the cockpit. To simulate. Oh my gosh, I can't turn around to save my life. There we go, there we go. Oh, too much. So we got an input lag here that's pretty heavy. Just gonna twitch. Let's see if that detected.
Hello there.
If I try to actually turn towards it with my face, Okay, we're making progress here. I think I'm close enough to the actual button. I'm gonna hold F. We're not close enough. Alright, we're on it. Oh no. Hang on, I will read your message and just... Actually, here. What's causing this? Sometimes, this happened to me on the second day. I got to the new hall, and I opened it, and it just, like, lagged out. Something with the OCS or something, just not kicking in. So, what I did to fix it was go to the other hall, and it loaded perfectly fine. Boom! See? And then we're back. And just, the server just wasn't syncing up to me and just causing a slight disconnect, and a slight disconnect of like, you know, 1 or 2% is that big of a gap. And now you see how hard their job is in the long run. For each person to have a stable, as well as the servers themselves. Okay, so now that we fixed that. Oh my, it's still a bit laggy on the Drake floor. What is going on today? Okay, well let's try a different server. Drake Hall is just a big mess. Well, I mean, of course it's the big mess. It's the Drake Hall, let's be clear. But no, I get what you're saying. Let's see if we could do... Alright, you know what? I don't have time to wait for the menu to respawn. We're just going to go straight to the desktop with an Alt F4. Cross your fingers, knock on wood, here we go. I've been making PCs all my life. Does the head bobbing in game annoy you? No, I turned that all off. It's me doing it. It's my head bob. Like, it's my neck movements. And that's the thing, like, when you're playing in VR, like, as you might know, like, to actually focus and get like a tiny little dot reticle on a little point requires extreme precision with your neck muscles, because it's not your eyes lining up, you're using your eyes to line up a reticle on a target. So yeah. And yeah, what do you know? Smooth. Alright, so looks like we got the Cutlass Blue. Or Cutlass Red, I forget. Like, I would think that the Cutlass Blue would be like the police version, but it's actually... Oh, okay, it is. So the Cutlass Red is the ambulance. Right? Either way. I wish they had done the Kraken commercial instead of the Cutlass Blue. It would have been much more appropriate. So, welcome to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2950. Day 6, Drake Interplanetary. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a Drake fanboy, but if we go through the list of ships that I own, it's a Mustang Alpha, and that wasn't enough, so then I decided to go for the Drake Cutlass Black, and then that wasn't enough cargo space, so then I decided to go for the, you know, Caterpillar. But then that wasn't, you know, just big enough for me and my mates that I'm going to eventually have playing with me, so then I got a Kraken. So yeah, not saying I'm a fanboy, but I definitely am a fanboy. So with Drake Interplanetary today, we have Caterpillar on the left side, all the Cutlass variants, Herald and the Buccaneer down in the front, and that's pretty much it. Just single show floor, not much to show off except for a bunch of hollow stuff with the Kraken, the Vulture, and the Corsair. Also, they have a line of, not a line, but a single vehicle, ground vehicle size for the Dragonfly Black. And yeah, when I got my Cutlass, I was like, well, I got a ship that can hold a ground vehicle, so I need a ground vehicle. So I got a Dragonfly Black as well. But yeah, having said that, let's start with the Herald. One of their first ships that they had in their line, and one of the first actual data runners of its kind. This thing, very tiny scanner suite, room behind the cockpit, but gigantic engines attached to this hull. I mean, look at this thing. Those are basically from the Caterpillar, I think. And yeah, this thing basically gets the data, gets in, gets the data, and gets out very quickly. As much as the Mercury Star Runner is, I'm pretty sure that this thing is faster. Hello. When he's sliding down that pole, it looked like. There we go. Nice. But yeah, as much as the Mercury Star Runner is called a data runner, I'm pretty sure this thing is actually listed as faster than it, as well as the Cutlass Black. But that's a whole other can of worms. Alright, so, manufacturer Drake Interplanetary, we got the Drake Herald. What does that say? Focus Medium Data. The Drake Herald is a small, armored ship designed to safely get information from point A to point B, featuring a powerful central engine for high-speed transit and generating the power needed for effective data encryption containment, advanced encryption software, and an armored computer core. The Herald is unique among personal spacecraft in that it is designed to be easily cleaned when in danger of capture. So it's got an emergency wipe, as well as the regular old self-destruct feature that comes natural with all ships. Next we have a Buccaneer. I got one of these on loaner. I hate it. It's awful. It flies like a brick. It's got a cockpit strapped to 2 giant engines with wings. The wings can be shot off. The actual engines are not part of the fuselage. It's got way too many hard points, not enough battery power and engine to, you know, actually fire them worth a damn. It has barely any shieldings. There's no armor. And all of the AI fly it like drunken, induced rum fucking raging pirates. I swear. But yeah. It's right up Drake's status quo as far as their design ethos. It's perfect. What does Drake themselves have to say about it? Let's see here. Buccaneer, focus, interdiction. Yeah, right. That ain't stopping shit. Buccaneer has been designed from the ground up to fly and fight the way you live. No leather interiors or hyper pillows here. The Buck is a scrapper designed to maneuver and fight above its weight class. And it punches above its weight class. How many times have we said that this week? This rough and tumble frontier fighter can be maintained in the worst of conditions in order to keep real working space crews alive. I mean, to be fair, it is already built with duct tape and scaffolding, much like most of the Drake lineup. So, yeah. I mean, it's a decent ship for the cost, I guess, because you get some pretty powerful engines for the size of ship, but it's just, it's like all Drake ships. It's a death trap. And it's a fighting pilot. It's a fighter. And not just like, you know, a truck or like, you know, a data runner. It's a fighter. And then you're in a death trap on top of that, so. I don't want to say double trouble, but you get what I'm saying. Alright, so we got the red, the blue, and then the regular Cutlass. Cutlass Black, of course, best in show many years in a row. My favorite ship, personally, even over the Kraken that I got, just because it is just so damn versatile. And then you actually come into VR and you get to walk up next side of these big size whatever engines. I think these are size 2 or 3. They're basically 2 of them for medium class ships instead of a single one. And that's why it's able to get such a decent speed on it. They're very big, they VTOL, they look really cool from the front as well as from the bottom here. But the big problem with that is that to make that speed possible, there's no armor. There's barely any shieldings with the stock coolers as well as stock shielding arrays, or generators, if you will. But, you know, it's a fast ship. It's got room in the back for... Come on, man. Work with me, not against me. It's got room in the back for, you know, cargo or a rover. And... Don't you... And in the cockpit, we have room for the turret, as well as 2 bunk beds, a gun rack, and there should be a toilet hopefully coming in soon. We need to talk to some people about that. But yeah, it's got the pilot, co-pilot in tandem that rise up, kind of like, a lot of people say like... Okay. This isn't the original design of the Cutlass cockpit. Originally, there was like a door right here, and it was a lot taller, and... If you've ever seen the movie Aliens, you know the dropship, okay? If you ever remember that cockpit from that dropship, they come in on the right side and they kind of climb into their seats up on the left. That's how the original cockpit was. And when you got in, the seats would raise up. So, yeah. Very, very big influence from the Aliens dropship. And you can kind of see with its VTOLing and just general shape, too. It's got a lot going on, as well as the general shape. Some of you might realize looks very familiar for a certain Disney series that's gotten really popular lately, and pertaining to certain Star Wars characters that are bounty hunters. And if you weren't in on it already, well, I'll key you to the clue of why that is. The same designer who basically made and created the Cutlass Black for Drake Interplanetary on Star Citizen is the same person who ended up designing the Razor Crest. The ship that our hero in, Mandalorian uses. So, let's go ahead and read these descriptions. Where's my... There we go. They need a black backing against this. I like the clear plating, but this is just really hard to read unless you're at the right angle. Okay. Cutlass Black. Manufacturer Drake Interplanetary. Focus. Medium fighter. Medium freight. Drake Interplanetary claims that the Cutlass Black is a low-cost, easy-to-maintain solution for local in-system militia units. The larger-than-average cargo hold, RIO seat, and dedicated tractor mount are, the company literature insists, for facilitating search and rescue operations. Oh yeah, by the way, eventually these are going to be grappler claw / tractor mounts, access module tractors. So yeah, I guess not... I think of them as grabber claws, but they're going to be tractor beam type things. So yeah, eventually we're going to have access to search and rescue operations with them. Now we go over to the red variant, which is the medical, which has a health bay on the back. Cutlass Red, Drake Interplanetary, Focus Medical. The Cutlass Red converts the standard cargo hold to a well-equipped medical facility, including an auto dock. This starbound ambulance features the Nav E7 Echo transponder, a long-range scanner, and a Secure Plus docking collar, making it ideal for search and rescue. The model also features a unique red crossbone skin. So yeah, this is actually meant for search and rescue, because it'll actually rescue you, and not just steal the stuff around you. And then this year is definitely gonna be... I love how it's like... Drake is so funny. They remind me of, like, if you ever buy one of those radars, those scanning radar jammers that, you know, like, oh, it gets around all the cops. You know, like, anti-cop scanning radar thing. You put in your hot car and, like, you know, go really fast and not get caught. And then those same companies sell the actual radars, you know, that can scan their own equipment to the police. So, like, you know, we're playing both sides. Same thing with Drake. It was like, oh man, we'll sell this fucking chassis of a ship that all these, you know, freaking frontier, cutthroat pirates and stuff can use to their heart's content. Then we're going to sell the cops the exact same chassis to chase them down, as well as the medical professionals another chassis variant to help them all get to and from the hospital. But yeah, Drake Interplanetary, Focus, Interdiction, the Cutlass Blue. Sleek, mean, and royal, the Cutlass Blue adds missiles, a more aggressive engine, and Durasteel holding cells in the cargo bay to the standard model. The Cutlass Blue is the Outworld militia standard of ship choice for patrols. So yeah, let's go check out the holding cells in the back. So this is great for police, as well as your bounty hunters, keying in on those pirates. Because, yeah, you get to just throw them in the brig. Oh man, it's like Half-Life 2 in here. Yeah, 4 pods. Able to keep, you know, vital signals and stuff on them, as well as the docking collar on this model, too. We'll go hop into the red and check out the interior with the med bay. And, of course, the gigantic ship components and stuff lining the wall. A very huge capital ship size that a standing man is next to, as you can see. Alright, and then the red variant. With the... basically the same kind of layout with the docking collar. And then med bay table to res from. Not 1, but 2, so very handy. Good to keep around. I'm probably going to need one of these for my Kraken, unless they actually put a damn med bay on it. And then my next favorite, just with design and looks, aesthetics, form to function. The Cutlass really does what it does, design-wise and look-wise. You know, like a little kind of box truck, you know, 8-wheeler type thing that you're like a rental U-Haul type truck. This is like an 18-wheeler. Able to get the long hauls going. We won't do a detailed run-through of that because there are plenty, and I'm going to eventually do a VR ship tour series, I'm sure. But, yeah. It's a very sweet ship. Lots of room inside. Eventually, these ramps will be able to drop down, and you should be able to roll a vehicle up onto it, and it will lift. So that'll be very interesting. I also love the cockpit design. Apparently, this whole thing can come off and be its own little separate bit. If anything, it should be the Herald. Yeah, it basically is the Drake Herald if you look at the engine configuration and the kind of shape and size. Yeah, it's basically should be able to pop off of there and become its own module. But I don't know how far along CIG is on that. And apparently there's also going to be some other variants other than cargo, maybe like a medical facility one or something for like a mass prison transport. So yeah, expect that in the future, I believe. Alright, with that said, let's go downstairs and finish this tour out. We got the Dragonfly. So what self-respecting ship manufacturer wouldn't be able to call itself one without a full lineup that includes a ground vehicle or some sort of thing to move about on the planet side. This guy's pretty fun, except for the fact that they turned on the speed limiter and you can't actually access the full speed unless you're in zero-G space. This thing goes really fast, like almost as fast as like a snub-nosed fighter. And it's an open cockpit bike, for fuck's sake. But only in zero-G space. I really hope that they let us open the tap and can get more than 50 meters a second on the ground with this thing, because it's really annoying going so slow with a speeder bike. And yeah, being limited to... being limited to such a low speed with such a fast object in your hands. Or between your legs, really. Alright, now, what we're all here for, the Holo viewers. Okay. I really like the design of this. It's like a Tidarian shuttle except on its side as far as the, you know, general look. The asymmetry is always a big... I like asymmetric designs. I think there should be more of them. I'll put it that way. Let's see here. Drake Interplanetary Focus Exploration, the Corsair. Heed the call of uncharted space and harness the spirit of exploration with the Drake Corsair, a worthy companion supporting you in battle, discovery, and delivery, wherever the winds of adventure may steer you. Alright, so yeah, basically, you're looking for Drake's version of the Carrack, then boom, you got a Corsair. This is going to be your standard exploration, long distance, long traveling type suite. Extra scanners, really good engine, bunch of room for crew, bunks, food, kitchen, stuff like that. Alright, and then next, yes, this guy. This guy's going to be fun. He's going to be a tugboat. It's going to have like a working, light salvage. Answer to no one, cut out the middleman, and throw caution to the wind. Rip racks like a pro and carve out your own place, the great big empty behind... Carve out your place in the great big empty behind the stick of this rough, rugged salvage machine from Drake Interplanetary. So yeah, it's got gravity haulers. No, wait, this isn't the gravity hauler. This is the pure... It's got gravity beams to pull in scrap. But this is the pure scrapper salvage machine for salvage techs. There is going to be a dedicated gravity beam, tractor beam type tugboat ship, and I think it's in the rear, not the front. I forget what that ship is called. Alright, and then, I mean, I guess it's cool, but whatever, but yeah. We have the white box frame of the Kraken. And they actually gave it some color this time, my god. So, now, if this footage looks good, you guys are seeing the zoomed-in image, and you get a little bit more of a detailed view of exactly what I'm looking at. So what is that? Those VTOL thrusters are just more thrusters at the front, I guess. Turret up there.
Tobin Expo Center would like to remind everyone that their first
Oh, man, this is a good... Can I jump? I want to get up there. No, it won't let me. Either way. Okay, I assume that these are going to be the cargo holds in the front area. Just keep moving around the side here. Oh, man, like my idea earlier still stands. They need a railing that goes up around it so that you could look down and see on the bigger hollow models. Oh my lord, that would be so awesome. Because I'm sitting here really, really wanting to see above and look down on this. And I'm just so close, but just not tall enough. Oh, hang on. Did we lose an engine? Yeah, we did. Boop. Alright, and then, yeah. 2 fatties. 2 not-so-fatties, and then 4 medium size. Plenty of girth in the back. I really hope that we can name... Oh, here's the hangars on the side. That's cool. And then the actual 4 landing pads on the top. Kraken emblem. This thing is really, really sweet. Is this going to be a docking collar, I guess? Yeah, oh my gosh, so that's how big a door is. Like a wide double door, I would assume. So yeah, that gives you a sense of scale. I mean, a Cutlass should be able to land on one of these pads just fine and dandy. If not a Cutlass, that should be on the front top big pad. And like a Herald or a... Oh, the freaking, the rum ship. The Buccaneer should be able to fit on that pad. Let's go look from the front, actually, before we go.
This is a friendly reminder that the Tobin Expo Center is a STEM-free environment.
Man.
Please refrain during your visit and have an amazing day.
She is a big mamma jamma. I tell you what, I cannot wait. There's a lot going on here. And I really wish that wouldn't reflect. Oh, is that reflecting? No. I could just see through it. Damn you, hollows. So yeah, that's a walkthrough of Drake Interplanetary, Day 6 of the IAE 2950 Expos. This is a nice little day. I like Drake. I wish there was a little bit more to see, but I'm happy with what we got. So I guess, yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll have the next ship manufacturer up, and we'll be checking them out. And yeah, go bold or go home. Oh, here we got the tagline here for Drake. The wide expanse of space is no place for the timid. If you want to carve your way across the black, you have to grab the flight stick with both hands and make it happen. Drake Interplanetary makes unapologetically fierce ships that are more than capable of meeting whatever challenges come your way. And Drake Interplanetary makes unapologetically fierce ships. So, hey man, this thing's made of scaffolding and doesn't really, you know, fly in a straight line. I don't care. Get fucked. Like, you know, like, use it. Use it or lose it, buddy. We like it. Worked for us. That's basically their mindset. And if you don't like it, you can get out. Awesome, awesome. Oh, man. Look at this. There's always somebody at the beginning of the intro that I could look at. Or not the beginning, but the entrance of the expo. Look at these glasses. And you thought that Tron was cool. Wait 500 more years. Are you following me? Is this the fashion, though? The biggest problem is that they got a fat man's misery type of jacket with the big rip in the back. I know what that rip is, alright? That's not a fashion statement or somebody cut a slit. That's some fat guy accidentally tried on the coat, and now they're selling it as a niche, cool product that's over-designed. The fat guy accidentally ripped that thing. They're trying to give it secondhand. For more money. That's what you're buying. Same thing with those bleached or cut jeans that have holes in them. It's the same thing. Who'd have thought giving a fat man a coat would have made more money? Alright, we'll see you guys later. As always, stay safe. Fly right. Safe journey ahead.